Welcome to Red V TV, supported by Chapel House Cars for the 2024 season. With 13 days to go, we're into the starting 13, Kevin. And it can only mean one thing.
It's time for our number 13. It's Morgan Knowles. And Morgan Knowles is sponsored by Lancashire Fire Solutions. It's got to be said in a proper Lancashire accent, that.
By gum. Lancashire Fire Solutions specialise in fire risk assessments for social housing landlords and residential care. Established in 2009 with experienced, competent assessors that are not attached in any way to the contractors who install the products. So you're going to get a proper, totally independent view on the current standards and be able to advise on how to remain compliant. They not only sponsor Morgan Knowles, Kevin, but they also sponsor Matt Irwin of Chorley Football Club. That's a proper Lancashire.
Again, proper Lancashire. Proper Lancashire. No, that's, I forgot what I was going to say there. Carry on. You put me up with Matt Irwin of Chorley.
Yes, Morgan. We spoke about him quite a bit yesterday on the preview show. Vice captain for 2023. 2024, sorry. I should just copy that and paste that in, shouldn't I? Yep. He's been given a level of responsibility this year. Hopefully he steps up and leads from the front. We know what sort of player he is. He's one of the best loose forwards, if not the best in the competition. That's been doubted by opposition fans over the last year or so. Will he want to be making his mark? And again, another player who will want to cement a place back in the Super League Dream Team just to show that he is the man.
Yeah, definitely. Now, we always say this about squads and how you've got to be better than the person behind you. When it comes to something as almost immeasurable as who is the best 13 in the league, Morgan Knowles is always conspicuous by his absence. We can cover that with James Bell now, but Morgan Knowles is one of those key to our defence forwards that when he is missing, we do miss part of our play. It does take a little bit away from us. James Bell is an absolutely fantastic player, absolutely wonderful, and would be the starting 13 at most other clubs. But for us, Morgan's been there for 10 years. I think this is his 10th year now in the first team. And he's just been at a level. And I'm going to put it to, and I'm going to say this name, and people are going to say you can't compare the two, and I'm not. There's a fella in the picture there, James Roby, who always had that level of performance. Morgan Knowles has always had that level of performance. Yes, sometimes you think, could he be a little bit more of a link-up player like James Bell is? But he's always set that level. He's always set that bar very, very high. When you get someone else coming through and playing well for another team, you kind of notice them a bit more because Morgan Knowles has just been doing it. Morgan Knowles has been throwing your 8 out of 10 performances in, week out. So whether other people think he's the best 13 or not doesn't matter to me at all. I'd imagine it doesn't matter to Morgan either. Yeah, the accolades of being in a Super League Dream Team would be fantastic, but he is so key to us. It is untrue. Shown last year by him having to step up to prop, which I know he'd done for his country, but him having to step up to prop and him just getting on with it and being such a good mobile prop.
Not a lot to add, but I will then say, I will put to you, Kevin, because he can play prop, will he play prop at any point this year?
It wouldn't surprise me. It genuinely wouldn't surprise me again. I think there's always been whispers that we're still after a prop. And with the injury that we've got to Iggy Parsi at the minute and the fact that so many players may well get cited and charged, especially in the early rounds, it may well be that we need to shuffle about, and he's one of them players who can fit in. The one place that I don't want him to play, David, is where Number 9. Don't want to see him in a number 9 jersey. He's such. He's wasted there. He's absolutely wasted there. There is no point playing him there. You play him at 13 or you play him at prop and you get the best out of Morgan Knowles.
See, I don't want to say too much because, like, you're quite passionate about Morgan Knowles.
I am quite passionate about Morgan Knowles, yeah. That's it. Morgan is up there as one of my favourite players. We've still got to get to my favourite player, and then we'll just have a love-in for about an hour on the new club captain. But yeah, with Morgan, as I say, I'm passionate. I don't want to see him at 9 because I think he's wasted at 9. I think we take so much away from his game by asking him to play there. Defensively, yeah, he's in the middle and he'll tackle all day for you. But I feel like we miss so much by having him there when you've got other players who can play there. You have a look at the whole game that we went to. Was it after we played him in the cup and we got royally snotted by him, and we deserved to get royally snotted by him? And he started at 9, and Wello saw that as a big mistake when he had Joey Lussick on the bench. If you need to put him there during a game, okay, fine. There's nothing you can do about that. We should never be started as a 9 for me. He needs to start at 13, and if not, at prop.
This is a party political broadcast by the Don't Play Morgan Knowles at 9 party. Sponsored
Correct.
by Kevin Pender. The only thing I want to add very quickly is he is a player who plays on the edge. You don't want to take that away from him. You just hope the discipline tidies up a little bit. The one that got me last year was that Halifax red card. I was raging. It was something that didn't need to happen. Probably a bit of a brain fart. Just cut those little bits out, which hopefully he will get with that extra responsibility. Wello spoke about needing to be cleverer. Yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah, I think that is absolutely right. I think the intelligence that he needs to he needs that step and bring that intelligence, that the brain farts, you've got to almost click. And I know it's difficult in the heat of the moment, but you've got to almost click just before it happens and stop yourself and not do anything ridiculous that then costs your mates a play for the rest of the game and you on their team for the next 2, 3, 4 weeks or whatever. You can't do that.
Yeah, right. That's our number 13, Morgan Knowles, done and dusted. And we'll be back tomorrow with the next player preview. Kev, have a good evening. Catch you soon.
You too.